So this is a house of bamboo. It's a traditional Filipino building, a mahogany frame, and it has a palm leaf thatched roof. It's about 3 years old, and as you can see, it's got, instead of windows, these lattice work construction so that the air goes straight through the building, and it's actually, even on a hot day, really quite cool inside, and that's helped by the thatched roof. You can see that some of the neighbouring houses have gone to the more modern sheeting roofs with a more traditional, if you like, or more European style building, but these are really quite hot during the day. You can see that there's a water tower, and water is stored and pumped up from the well. Normally at this time of year there would not be any water, but fortunately we had about a 24-hour deluge and the well is filled up and we've got running water in the house. This is the porch, and it's really quite nice to sit here out of the sun under this thatched roof, and the wind blows straight through. It's a lovely cooling breeze on a hot day, and you can sit here and it's really quite pleasant actually, in spite of the heat of the day. You see the stairs into the house are really fairly crude, but everything's really quite solid. So I'm taking you into the house now, and you can see the lattice and the air blows straight through. It's really quite cooling, as I said, and everything's inside's made of bamboo. All the internal walls, you can see that everything else is in a really quite substantial mahogany timber frame, so it will last and last and last. And you can see the main uprights of the building are just basically tree trunks. This is the bedroom where I'm staying. This is Naomi's bedroom, which I've pinched off her for the time being, and you can see that it's panelled with palm leaf panels. Kind of got a Japanese feel to it because there's no soundproofing or anything. This is the kitchen area. It's a little bit dark in here, so I don't know how well this will turn out, but you can see there's a freezer there, and it's really quite roomy. This is the cooking area. Naomi's mum prefers the old-fashioned fuel. She really doesn't see the point in spending money on gas when there's an abundance of free wood around, and well, she certainly makes a good job of the food and the cooking, so I've got no complaints. You can see, unlike Africa, there's a proper concrete shelf, and it's all at the proper height for cooking, and it's on just a traditional wood burning apparatus. If I can show you that, it's just basically a grid where you just light the fire and put your pots on top. Just stepped into the bathroom for a few seconds. You can see it's fairly basic, but it's got a running shower. This is from the water tower, which is pumped up from the well, so it's a cold water shower, but of course it's really quite high temperature, so it's not quite as drastic as you might think. It's also got a European toilet, which I don't need to show you, but just to prove a point, there it is. A bit of a lean-to at the back, which is used for all sorts of little odd jobs. As you can see, the laundry's out because we've had some rain today. The laundry's drying under the lean-to. Laundry's done in the old-fashioned way by hand, although there is electricity throughout the house. I'm not sure whether a washing machine would be suitable. A load on the electrics of the house. It'd probably overload it, I'm assuming. I've just pulled back from the house a little so you can see that there's a tarpaulin on the roof of the house. This happened during the typhoon last December, I think it was. The palm leaves need to grow and be prepared. They're made into little tiles, actually, not like our thatch. They're made into little tiles and inserted in a tile form, which really does make a very watertight roof when it's intact, of course. Here's a mini version. It's really quite remarkable that it's someone's home. In fact, I think from what Noy says, the owner has just passed away, but you can see the size of it. Here's one that didn't fare quite so well in the typhoon. As you can see, it's been almost completely destroyed and certainly uninhabitable. There's quite a number around here of houses that have been left in this kind of condition. Some are completely flat, actually, or left with just a frame. Another one here has been wrecked, but unlike Britain, you can set to and build your own because all the materials are to hand, and most people can build their own houses. This is the frontage of the house, and it's the land belongs to the government, but this is Noemi's mum and auntie clearing it because residents are actively encouraged to cultivate this strip of land. So that's what they're doing. They're preparing it to put eggplants in.